Hey guys, welcome to Sidewalks Entertainment. I'm Richard R. Lee. We have a special profile by reporter Toni Fox on another Side Street Discoveries.
Today on Sidewalks Entertainment, we welcome Shannon Polly, a keynote speaker, author, and leadership coach. Join us as we explore Shannon's inspiring journey here on Sidewalks Entertainment.
Welcome back to Sidewalks Entertainment. Right now, it's time for another Side Street Discoveries, where we bring interesting people who entertains in other ways. Here's reporter and segment producer Toni Fox.
Today on Sidewalks Entertainment, we welcome Shannon Polly, a keynote speaker, author, and leadership coach. Shannon's journey began as a professional actor.
I loved spending my 20s and over a decade as an actor in New York, and I got to do a lot of developing of new shows. I got to do new shows with legends like Marnie Nixon, who originated the singing voice on West Side Story. So I got to hear a lot of the theater history and theater lore. I also got to tour as the lead in Anything Goes, 52 cities in 3 months, including playing my hometown of Topeka, Kansas. So it was wild to go back home and to have all of my teachers in the audience and all of my classmates and get to perform and show them what I've been up to. And then transitioning to working with a producer, I got to see how the sausage gets made and both all the labor that goes into a Broadway show, but also the joy of seeing Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes on opening night and the huge bodyguards. And I realized that I probably wanted to do something a little bit new when I was asked to go to the opening night of Hamlet on Broadway with Jude Law. And I had the opportunity to either do that or to audition for teaching Army sergeants positive psychology. And I knew if I chose this audition that my boss was not going to be very happy with that and that I might not have that job any longer. But I knew that that was my next calling, my next career. And so I told him that I couldn't go. And I eventually did get the job with the Army. I did miss out on seeing Jude Law in Hamlet, but I think that was the best choice for me in my career. So I got to transition from one thing I really loved and I thought I'd never find anything I loved more to something else that I truly, deeply care about.
Transitioning from theater to positive psychology, she has applied her deep understanding of human behavior to help leaders and organizations grow.
I was in college and I couldn't decide between being a theater major or a psychology major. I thought that I was too practical to be an actor, and then the career just drew me in as I went along in my career. And so I felt like coming back to psychology was coming back to an initial love. I realized, though, that I needed to transition and I wanted to do something different when I was on stage in a huge cast of about 50 people, and I was getting a little bored. And I felt awful about it. I thought, this is my dream, this is what I love to do. And I literally reached in for my phone as I was on stage, which was a terrible, terrible no-no. And I thought, okay, this is the moment. If I'm really not loving this, I need to find a way to do something else. And I think the other reason is that I felt a little selfish sending out 500 headshots of me to lots of casting directors. I wanted to be able to help people on a more direct level. And while I think theater is amazing and film and TV are amazing and you can really impact people's lives, I really wanted to see the reaction. I wanted to see the one-on-one. And so I initially looked at PhD programs in psychology, and I realized that wasn't my avenue. I really love taking high-performing people who were already high functioning, and helping them perform even better. And so when I heard about the program at Penn, that had really only been in existence for a few years, I thought, well, this is perfect because there's science behind it, there's real data, and it's psychology, and I can apply this in businesses, which I'd already started to do with improv and communication skills. So it seemed like a perfect fit.
After earning a master's in applied positive psychology, Shannon became one of the first 100 people globally to hold this degree. She combined her passion for the arts with the science of well-being, which led her to launch her company, Lead Well, Work Well. Shannon has coached clients across the globe, helping them build resilience and achieve success.
My mission and vision is really, how can I help people in business increase their well-being as well as increasing their ability, their productivity, their profitability at work. So it's really a win-win. And sometimes companies will call me up, whether they be for-profit, not-for-profit, government, international development, and they'll say, well, we need a program on how to have a difficult conversation or how to lead people better. And I'll always try to sneak in a little bit of positive psychology because I know from the research that not only are you happier when you're successful at work, but it goes the other direction. The research shows it's a causal relationship. When you are happier, then you're better at work. So you can go at it from either direction. You can try to get the corner office per se, or you can go at it from the direction of what will make me happier. So I find that those programs are always more successful with the participants than just a traditional, here's a skill, here's how you can be better at work, because they see, oh, I can apply this at work, I can apply this in my marriage or my partnership, I can apply it with my kids. So that's really exciting to get to come at it from a couple different angles.
We have more with Shannon Polly as she tells us about a special book she co-wrote and her latest ventures. More of our Side Street discoveries on Sidewalks Entertainment in just a moment. Sidewalks theme song and additional music produced and performed by Gerald Orsino. Visit her at her website at djgerald.com.
This is Shannon Polly on Sidewalks Entertainment.
Welcome back to Sidewalks Entertainment. Here now is more of our Side Street discoveries. Once again, reporter and segment producer, Toni Fox.
Shannon has worked with industries like tech, international development, and banking. Her keynotes and workshops have made an impact globally, including with major companies like GE and communities in Kenya and Bangladesh.
I've been so lucky to get to work with amazing companies and to get to travel all around the world. I would say that one of the most exciting things was getting to help prepare the Olympians on their way to Beijing. And what I didn't realize is that right after they do the most difficult physical task of their lives, about 30 seconds later, they're faced with a huge media blitz with cameras in their faces, and they have to come across as poised. And even if they don't win, right? So then there are people saying, why did you lose? What happened? Why did you get the silver? And it was interesting. We were talking about winning and losing, and what does it mean? Are you winning the silver? Are you losing the gold? And shifting people's perspective. And I have gotten to partner with a number of different companies to do that. And it's really about a mindset shift. And I think when people start to shift their beliefs as to how they approach, whether it's your day-to-day work as an accountant or as an Olympian, it's shifting those beliefs that help let you focus on what's working, what can work better.
In addition to coaching, Shannon is a published author. She co-edited and co-wrote the book Character Strengths Matter, which emphasizes how focusing on character strengths can lead to a more fulfilling life.
How to Live a Full Life was a 1.5 year long project, and my colleague Catherine Britton and I were inspired to create the book after our professor, our mentor, Christopher Peterson, passed away unexpectedly in his mid-50s. And he was the creator of a character strengths survey called the VIA Character Strengths, which is used with the Army. And he is the reason why this particular survey is free. So any one of your listeners can go to viacharacter.org, take the survey. It's in 36 languages. It's been taken by millions of people around the world. And he spent 5 years of his life developing this survey, along with Dr. Marty Seligman, who was our professor and the founder of positive psychology from the University of Pennsylvania. So when he died, we wanted to do something to honor him. And so we started a scholarship at the University of Pennsylvania in his name. And we asked all of our colleagues who had written articles about strengths to send them to us. And we collated, put together all the articles. We added our own articles. And I added a little special theatrical angle of my own, which was to add a poem, a monologue, or a speech from a famous person at the end of every chapter, every strength that embodies that particular strength. So we have Mother Teresa embodying humility, and we have Oprah Winfrey embodying kindness. And the idea is that you can perform, you can act as if you are a person who has that strength by reading someone who is a paragon of that strength. And I would say it's probably something I'm the most proud of, because this book that we had people say, oh, don't do that, you really shouldn't write a book. After we did it and we told people we were donating all the proceeds to the scholarship, we've raised almost $50,000 for the scholarship with the book.
Despite her demanding career, Shannon manages to balance her work life with her family. She lives in Washington, D.C. with her husband, 2 daughters, and their Labradoodle Teddy. If you're interested in learning more about Shannon's work or connecting with her, she maintains a strong presence online and offers keynotes and workshops that share her valuable insights.
So I'm really excited about this program I have coming up called the Speakers Studio, and you can find it at speakers.studio. And I'm working with a colleague of mine, Jordana Cole. We've created a 6-week program, which is hybrid, virtual, and live virtual. So asynchronous and live virtual, where we're taking people who want to develop their executive presence and their presentation skills. So that's one of my passions, being a former actor, is that there are actual tools that you can use to help convey your presence, whether it's virtually or in person. And I also have a lot of resources on my website, which is shannonpolly.com. And I also am available on Instagram, Shannon M. Polly. So I would love to connect with people in any way you would like, and figure out any resources that I can share that might be able to help you.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.